Hello everybody and welcome to another commentary. Say, have you noticed some of M-Skull's videos about people complaining about IGN? Well, guess what? I found him a video about IGN that literally defeated him. I'm not kidding, I mean, look what happened. Pussy. And you might be asking, what is this video? Well, it's a Sonicfag who is making a commentary on IGN's review of Sonic Generations. And if you've seen IGN's score on that game, you already be facepalming right now. So, enough, let's just dive into the video.
Is it safe to say Sonic is good again?
Well, ever since Sonic 06. After that, yeah, it was safe.
Yes, only a few seconds in and we already took a joke seriously. And by the way, I'm going to change that picture and give him an avatar that better represents himself. And believe me when I say, once you see it, it's going to make a lot of sense.
Seems like the last 2 years have seen numerous fun titles starring the Hedgehog. It's almost enough to make you forget about Werehogs and that time Sonic tried LARPing.
Oh boy, I can see where this is going. This is going to get really bad, isn't it?
Generic IGN review assumption quote for the win!
He was totally dead for a while, but now he's back and we're ready to love him again. So how does Sega explain two Sonics? With time paradoxes, of course. A big purple monster thing steals all of Sonic's friends and dumps him into Limbo, where he meets his past self. In order to restore time and space, the Sonics have to relive moments from their past and run really, really fast, because that fixes time somehow. The entire game is an homage to the franchise, full of in-jokes, familiar locales, and characters. I don't want to spoil the story too much, but if you ever thought, I wish my Sonic game had 100% more Tails the Fox in it, then you're in luck.
What does that even mean? Is that really a bad point or a good point? I don't get it.
Oh, I know what it was. It's something that, thanks to you, have proved that neither you or any of the other idiots who commentate on IGN seem to understand. It's called a joke. Now, I know this concept may be a little bit foreign to you. I mean, dear God, you are a third-gen faggot, seeing that you called your commentary a rant video for some reason. I mean, what the fuck were you on? But that's all I'm saying.
Everything in Sonic Generations looks good while you're in motion. Like a racing game, it's designed to be sped past quickly.
Sonic is a platformer, not a racer. Get it through your head.
He said like a racing game. Keyword like, meaning it was a simile. Obviously, English was your best course.
The layered backgrounds and vistas are nice, but this isn't a game to stop and admire the textures. And if you love Sonic's modern, vocal-fueled soundtrack, why?
Maybe it's because those tracks are actually, catchy and good and, well-written.
Oh, fuck you, IGN! How dare you have an opposing opinion against Sonic music that I like!
In the levels. There are only so many times you can hear City Escape before you want to kill yourself.
Wow, that's such a nice comment, IGN. I mean, really, there are a lot of people that like City Escape,
True, but there's only so many times you can listen to the same music over and over again before it starts getting annoying, which is what he was saying. Misinterpretation, it makes you look smart.
Every major stage in Sonic Generations has two acts: classic, side-scrolling Sonic, and modern 3D homing attack Sonic. Essentially, half of the game is Sonic 4, and the other half is Sonic Colors. Both types of levels are fun, and your preference will likely depend on the year you were born, and if you even remember Sonic before he could spin dash.
I couldn't play video games until Modern Sonic showed up, and I love both of them. And you know what? The spin dash was only a 1-year difference between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. That's not a very good point.
All he's saying is that certain people who are more used to modern Sonic's game mechanics may not be interested in old school Sonic's game mechanics, and vice versa. Oh, but I forgot. Sonicfag plus third-gen commentary plus IGN game review plus Sonic equals dumbass logic.
The old school platforming and the more modern, almost racing game levels fit together nicely, though there are still the occasional moments of clunky controls that can stop the action dead.
Did he just... Yeah! He boosted into a wall! What the hell? That's your fault, not the game!
Oh yes, that was so his fault, even though that wasn't his gameplay footage that was being shown. Yeah, you do know that IGN has a separate group that captures gameplay footage to be shown in the video review. And yes, I will come out and say that this does defeat the purpose of Sad Silson 11's One Shot on Loudon, but what I'm trying to say here is the clumsy controls that he's talking about might be present in the game, but not in the places that the review showed. But again, how would you know this? By the time you release this commentary out, the game hasn't even been out yet. I mean, IGN has an excuse. They got the fucking game before anyone else.
Thankfully, they're almost completely optional, so you can just play the good ones. Sonic Generations is a love letter to the Blue Blur, a Sonic game for Sonic fans. It seems like Team Sonic finally listened to the fanbase and took everything that didn't suck about the last 2 decades of Sonic and put it in one game.
I want to focus on this shot for a moment. The game got an 8.5. That's the best score IGN has ever given a Sonic game. And that this asshole is still bitching about it. Let that sink in for a moment.
Damn it, IGN, you really can't go with a Sonic review and not make fun of him, can you? Sure, the score was good, but your complaints just did not make any sense.
Oh yes, IGN, how dare you say things that my mind can barely comprehend.
You boosted into a wall and then called the controls clunky. Does this remind you anyone of anything that IGN did before? Oh yes, that's right, the Unleashed review, where the reviewer purposefully jumped over a dash panel and died, calling it bad controls.
Yeah, I know I already explained that IGN has its own group of people who record gameplay footage, so it's technically not the reviewer's fault of what ends up in the video. But you know what? Sonicfags are factually dumbasses, so I thought I needed to explain it again. You know what? I'm just going to skip the rest of the commentary because all he does throughout the rest is just bitch and moan about how IGN made fun of Sonic and how they are burying themselves a grave somehow even though they gave the game an 8.5 and basically saying that they better not give the DS version a better score because he thinks it's crap, which how would he know because that game doesn't come out for another month. And anyway, this commentary was just shit. It was nothing but a generic IGN commentary where he took the jokes too seriously and misinterpreted what was being said. And of course, showing us that Sonicfags are still nothing but ungrateful jackasses. And you know what's sad? People are actually agreeing with him. They're also saying that how dare IGN say such things about Sonic and that they're just trying to make the game look bad on purpose. Again, overlooking that it got an 8.5. But you know what? Those people are nothing but brain-dead idiots, so it's probably better not to pay attention to them. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary on Lucario Trainer. Wait a minute. Lucario Trainer? As in Vaporeon Trainer? Oh my god, this must be some sort of conspiracy! Everyone hit the deck!